What is going on, you all? Good evening, happy holidays, all of the things. We got a lot to talk about in this very short Kingeries video that I'm doing. I'm wanting to do a video discussing this Tamar drama as well as Kandi and Todd and this very messy divorce that it's truly a scheme that patriarchy came up with to come to us with the BS. So much to unpack. I was going to do a whole video about this, but I'm going to be completely honest. This is kind of low on the totem pole for me. Both of these stories are very low that I am not going to produce a video of me recording and editing to discuss it. Like I said, hey, girl, let's just do a live stream. This is my first video back for YouTube. But if you've been following me on Patreon, you saw me and Jesse Woo's discussion that we did about this and all the things that's going on in Atlanta. Real Housewives of the Strap, featuring Portia Williams. Y'all know Portia got her lesbian relationship going on for the TV. So we talked about that over at the Patreon. So sign up if you can. If you can't, you can always email me or message me, and I might have a code for you to get into the things and all the drama and all the things. But yes, this Kandi and Todd situation has gone nuclear at this point. Kandi is requesting that a judge seal their divorce from the public because it is getting messier by the day. It is getting messy. And Todd, I'm really shocked by Todd, to be completely honest. I would have thought that Todd would have been more mature with this, considering they have kids involved and all of this. But the more I go into look into these things, and also me just maturing, it's not, Todd does not act like a damn near 50-year-old man. He acts like a 20-year-old YN. And I thought he was just, typical man, does not want to do the things around the house, does not want to take care of the kids, don't feel like he's supposed to be at home at a certain time. I thought it was just that. But looking into Todd is giving Kevin Samuels Jr. Looking at all the things, the videos of him and Kandi talking, that's something that me and Jesse talked about. That video of Todd asking about with the name, taking the last name situation, where women would take on the last name if it was a big name like Hilton or something. Todd Tucker, you are not a name to be recognized like that. You spin records. That's what you do. You spin records at the DJ booth. You're not no rapper. You're not no artist. You're not no producer. You spin records. That's it. We need you to spin the records. Okay, he's 52. Okay, I was trying to give him something. But you spin records. You work behind the camera on production for Bravo. Not saying that's a bad thing, but you didn't have your production company working with housewives. You were not a big name. Kandi Burruss is a big name. She's a Grammy award-winning artist. Like, she's a songwriter. She is the icon. She is that girl. Make no mistake about it. You and your ego has gotten in the best of you, if I'm being completely honest. It's like a lot of men, y'all turn semi-violent when the woman makes more than you all. Like, y'all cannot process being the quote-unquote lesser. Y'all cannot process it. Like, it's really sad. And we've seen stories of this before. We've seen what Tina Turner dealt with Ike. Like, when the woman is the most known, like, she has to tone herself down and cater to a man's ego. It is disgusting to watch. And now you want to talk about you want full custody of these kids is beyond me. You want full custody when Kandi was out here making all of the money, using all her credit to open up these restaurants that are now closed down to help you, because I don't believe for a second that Kandi did not work out these business ventures to help you with your ego. Okay? Like, to help you with your ego and you feeling like you need to do something to make some money to fill in the blank. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it is giving a scheme. You want to do this so you can be able to live off of her, because the money that you're making from Don't Leave Your Man in Atlanta ain't enough to really take care of what you need to be taken care of. If you felt these type of things, you should have never signed that prenup. You should have never signed that prenup to begin with. You signed up for it. Your lawyers advised you not to do it. You did it. You had your lawyer speak to you, attorneys or whatever. You did. Okay? So I think this whole divorce is about Todd's ego. And there's been several conversations about how can this happen, because it's been alleged that Todd was cheating towards the last couple of months. I had already knew that Todd and Kandi probably were not like dating anymore. I heard some rumors. The Atlanta streets do talk. They are both known folks. I heard some things, but also when it came out and people were discussing them hanging out after the divorce was filed, that they came together for the child's birthday, and people were confused about that. I had to remind folks that, hey, we don't know these people. We are not privy to them like that. So they probably have been going through marital problems for the last couple of years. And now it's just, hey, we've made a mutual decision to end things. And that's exactly what happened. Like, hey, they've been separated since July. They've been separated since this summer. And now you're seeing Todd post way more on Instagram than he ever has. He's recording with his phone and driving his kids to school. You should get a ticket from Georgia Patrol, to be honest. And y'all know I don't stand for the law, but I don't agree with anybody holding their phone and recording anything. There is no content worth producing for you to be holding a camera and recording, especially with your children in the background. It makes no sense for your kids to be in the back seat in a child's seat, and then you putting them in danger by driving with your phone, recording, trying to prove that you daddy daycare. You're not daddy daycare. We got video footage of Kandi talking about you need to come back home at a decent time. You still want to be like Peter, coming home 2-3 o'clock in the morning at Apollo with kids. Like, y'all got so much money that y'all rented a womb to have a child, and you can't even stay there to take care. Like, it doesn't matter what you do for these men. They just gonna always do what they want to do. You can find another womb to birth a child. You can be the breadwinner. You can still cook and clean and all this other stuff. It ain't never enough. You can be in an open relationship. I'm telling you this right now. For the women, are you Peter or are you Patricia? Because we want to know. I'm telling you this right now. For the women who get caught up in this situation where the man be asking y'all to be in a threesome and to eat a little cat and try a little something, ask that man, will he be comfortable with another man being in the bedroom? Okay, there's too many women out here being force-fed cat to make a relationship happen, and it ain't gonna never be enough. Now, if you like to eat some cat, ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, I like to eat something every once in a while too, but don't feel pressure to do this to make your man happy, because at the end of the day, he's not going to do the same thing for you. And for the women who might feel like, well, that's gay. If y'all in the bedroom, if he got you out here eating cat and you think it's going to be too much for him to be eating some, you thinking about the wrong thing. It ain't gay when you out here eating cat. I wonder why that is. I just got questions. If you eating cat on the behalf of your man, you need to rethink your life. If you having to be force-fed cat, kibbles and bits, you might need to rethink your life. Okay, it's too many of us doing it. The bottoms, hey, I'm talking to you too. We just did a whole video about in the middle of intimacy. Shout out to T and Deshaun. We did a whole video talking about intimacy and how all these things are, some of it is semi-predatory, coercion, all of that thing. I hate saying coercion. I hate that word so much. But all of this stuff that we be doing in servitude of the man, because even in MLM or MSN relationships, like gay relationships to cis men, there still has to be a woman. There still has to be a person who is being penetrated. Like, there's still patriarchy at play. There is still heteronormative relationship standards and all that. Like, it's still gender roles. And the man, like sometimes the bottoms be feeling like they have to invite another bottom in the relationship in order to make the top happy. Like if you can't get your fix, and what is your fix? Because these are the things we need to unpack. These are the things that we need to unpack and figure out, like, am I really enjoying this crunch and munch is taking me out? We need to really unpack, are we doing these things because we truly enjoy them? Or are we doing these things to make someone happy? We need to be unpacking that. Or are we just doing this because this is what's supposed to be done? And we got into that whole conversation on the In the Middle episode that we did about intimacy. Do you really enjoy penetration? Do you enjoy that? And if you don't enjoy it, that's okay. Say that. You should not be uncomfortable in your most vulnerable of positions, but we do that in servitude of the man. So I do believe that Kandi do like some, she loves some kibbles and bits. Ain't nothing wrong. We know she would eat more than Pizza Hut. Okay? We knew she would eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think Kandi's she's always been open about that. But I think even with Kandi's power and even with the power, she's still a woman at the end of the day. Even with her being the breadwinner, even with her having the money and all that, the name, she still has to do stuff in servitude of the man. What does that say? Child, y'all be joking about Beyonce even got cheated on. Beyonce being the icon, the body, all of that, body T, all the face card never declines. And what happened? Jay-Z was cheating on her. I'm not gonna hold y'all, baby. I ain't gonna, this might have to be saved for a Patreon, but ain't no way the women's be carrying out these things, bringing like children in this world, and a man cheat. Off with your head. Off with your head. Like, off. Trust you will be dealt with. Not Kandi was the man. We're not finna. But I think it was because I think Todd had no issue with it. I think Todd don't have no issue with it because he ends up being the man. He still understood to be the man regardless. No matter how much, Kandi still took his last name. So Kandi can be all of the breadwinner, all of the things. Patriarchy still has her by the neck. She still had to take on his name. He didn't take her name. Honestly, Todd should have took Kandi's name, to be honest. It should have been Todd Tucker Burris, if we being completely honest. It should have been, his name need to be Kandi. I'm Todd Tucker Burris. Somebody said, mind you, he 5'3". I'm pissed. I'm screaming. But we ain't gonna do that because it be the ones that 6'2", 6'3", they be full of it too. We ain't gonna pull up with none of them. We ain't putting up with none of them. I don't care if you 6'5". We ain't putting up with that mess. Period. So yeah, all of this mess that's coming out about the things, and Todd is now trying to say that the prenup doesn't hold as much weight because he didn't have legal counsel and he was pressured and all of that. Todd, they got you on. You don't think you said all that? Your ass is on tape saying it. They have you on the special that was on Bravo of you and Kandi getting married, saying these things. Do you not? But you know what? These men don't be knowing their children's birthdays. They don't be knowing their anniversaries. They don't be knowing shit. So I wouldn't be surprised he don't remember that he posted that. He said that. They don't be remembering their doctor's appointments. They don't be remembering nothing. If it wasn't for some of these women, half these men would be still sleeping on the beanbag. Okay, y'all need to get it together. I am so sick of it. That's why I am not finna be caught up in it. I am not finna be, a man ain't finna mess up my credit and my life. Absolutely not. I will rent a man before I be in that. I will rent a man for a couple of hours before no, ma'am. You got to go. You're not going to be ruining my credit. You're not going to be ruining my legacy and all the things. Absolutely not. Y'all ain't worth enough of it. them 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, give or take, it ain't enough. Okay? Girl, like I'm not doing it. Period. So these are my thoughts around the Kandi and Todd situation. Todd deserves absolutely nothing. Like Todd, you've been known these things. You deserve absolutely nothing. Like if Kandi is on tape saying that you don't come home, this is when y'all had a newborn, mind you. This is when y'all had a newborn. You could even be here for Kandi raising the children straight out the womb when y'all paid a surrogate to have it. So I can only imagine how you reacted had Kandi actually given birth to these kids. While I have so many thoughts around that and surrogacy. Y'all don't even want to get me started, because I do feel like it should not be a thing just afforded to people with money. It should be afforded to everybody. I don't feel like rich people should be paying working class folks to have babies. The ethics around that, it's a little bit complicated. I don't care how much money you being paid. If they ain't making enough money to be in the same situation that you are in, I'm not feeling it. If you can't go ask your other friends to have your child, or folks who make the same amount of money, you don't need to be asking. No, certain terms and conditions may apply, but I'm not feeling it. It's a little, some ethics involved. I understand for some who can't have kids and all the things, but some of the situations be a little complicated. Okay, be a little complicated. Like, cause some of y'all, no shade, y'all don't be want to go through all the things, and then y'all want to pay a working class person to have y'all kids. Like, it's a lot going on, but we be very sensitive when we talk about these things, because bringing a life in this world, all that, it's complicated. But this might be some Patreon stuff, but I am not completely comfortable with how surrogacy has been abused over the last couple of years. And I'm not saying that Kandi Todd has done that, but I'm just saying, if you are making that much money to be paying somebody to go through that, it needs to be some other ethics, because y'all shame poor folks for having kids and not having the time and the money to do it. So I don't feel like it's fair. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling, because they ain't paying no other rich folks to do it. If it was truly about bringing life and all of that, it was that special, why are we not finding friends or someone in the community to do it? Why are we paying folks? Like, it's just, if these folks are not set up in a situation to be just as wealthy as you are after doing all of that, I just don't know. I just don't know. Now, I get it that it becomes complicated, but not all the cases are complicated. Some folks just don't want to do it. Some people just don't want to do it. Come on. We can talk about the Kardashians. Some of them just don't want to do it because they don't want the pressure of that. But it's a little complicated. It is giving capitalism all of that. It's a lot. Yeah, girl, they be door dashing babies. That's a whole nother thing. It's a lot going on with that. But I'm on 10. I done had a break. I done had plenty of chicken and dressing. Shout out to Linda for giving me the recipe. I had some good sweet potatoes. I done had me some good macaroni and cheese. Okay, not the cornbread kind. I done ate good the last week, so I'm feeling good, looking great. Took my wig down. I feel amazing. I got a haircut, and I'm on 10. So all of your faves is getting ate up, even mine. But I'm going to save that for later. But I think this is all I wanted to say about Kandi and Todd. And their messy divorce. Let's move on to Tamar, Braxton, and Funky Dineva. Let me say this. Let me just start off with saying this. Tamar and Funky Dineva deserve each other. Both of them deserve each other, and I hope both of them take each other out. Neither one of them are on the right. Tamar is extremely messy. Dineva is extremely messy too. Both of y'all have done some stupid, ignorant, harmful things over the years to friends and people that y'all care about. And we have watched it. We have watched several things that y'all have said in the past. Both of y'all deserve each other. Okay? Period, MJ. Both of y'all are two sides of the same coin. So Tamar Braxton did an interview with L'Oreal, and she was asked, because we don't care about anything else that Tamar is talking about other than what happened to you and your teeth falling out. That's all we want to know. So she did an interview with L'Oreal. Let me see if I can play it. What time? 29:54. And she talked about what happened. I'm gonna play it for you because we got a little tech savvy over here. So let me. I'm tapping my foot over here. Let me pull it up for the people at home. Share screen, and we are going to share the YouTube video. Period. Let me add her up to the screen. Let me show you. Okay, let me go put her up. Let me play her.
Something happened to you. There was an incident that happened to you. You took to social media. You talked about it. You said you woke up in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
What really happened in that situation? Because a lot of people had questions. A lot of people were diagnosing you. Some people said it was Yandy because she saw the Mandisi video.
Never met her.
So it wasn't Yandy.
Never met him. That crazy.
And it was nobody inside of your home because I know that. So are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
You went to a friend's birthday party.
Hello.
Was your friend?
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do. Well, you kind of know the spiel. I come home, I'll take a shower, I'll wash my face, I'll come back in the kitchen. We'll have, have more cocktails.
I know how it goes.
Or have some food.
Yeah.
And congregate until everybody leaves. And the last person left. And one of my friends was just a little too intoxicated to drive, which is fine. My third bedroom is very iconic.
Mm-hmm. You always like, yo, Elle, you ain't got to drive. Yeah. You can stay right here.
Yeah, it's very iconic. So actually, me and Brian was texting each other while I was watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up to my friend shaking me like, Tay, are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on? I'm calling the ambulance. I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
And then when I came to, it was like teeth and blood all over the place.
And you just don't remember anything.
I do not.
I do not. Scary.
Okay. Somebody brought up and said that Jesse already debunked her meeting here, and I'm pretty sure one thing Jesse gonna be on her reporter vibe. Somebody also said, we know you don't like Funky Dineva. It's not about me not liking him. Let me just be completely honest. I don't mess with anybody who is heavy on the misogyny. So it's not even about like not liking somebody because I don't like her like that. We're talking about somebody who said very anti-black things and has engaged in misogyny for the last couple of years. I mean, this is the person who called Blue Ivy a child ugly and barely apologized for it. So when you say I don't like him, I want you to put emphasis on why I don't mess with that type of behavior. The same behavior that Dineva is calling out with Tamar and how he has saw her and how she has acted. That's why she doesn't have friends, and that's why he does not want to deal with her. I've seen things personally, experienced things personally with him that I just don't mess with. Okay, so let's get that clear. I'm not telling you all don't watch him and all of that. You do whatever you want to. Okay, but I've seen consistent things over the years, has experienced things myself from him that it's disgusting behavior. So when I see these things, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Now, here's the real gag. I believe what truly happened is Dineva think he's a one-of-a-kind punk. He think he is the older, elder punk that I ain't like them other girls. I don't do that type of stuff. But mind you, did the whole wig, red lipstick, all that other stuff. He doesn't think, and sometimes the old gays be like that. I ain't like these other punks. I ain't like them. Tamar treated him like he was those other punks. He had been warned privately and publicly, hey, girl, hey, bestie, Tamar, she's a little problematic. She's done some stuff. We've seen Tamar. Even for folks who've never met Tamar in person, we've seen how Tamar acts. Why would you be hanging around her? Why would you be hanging around someone who has done these types of things? Why would you, if I seen how Tamar has acted on TV, we don't need to be a psychiatrist to diagnose this. We don't even need to have a degree in finance at FSU or FAMU. we can see, hey, that's not a person. I'll laugh and I'll joke about it and kiki, but I'll never hang around nobody like Tamar. We've seen also how you have carried on, and we know we'll never mess with you like that. Like, we don't need to be like, we've seen the red flags time and time again. We've seen it. So we're not shocked by this. You are shocked because you didn't think that you were a regular punk. Tamar has used and extracted so much from gay men. You see how she did the Scorpion show. You see how she did Homeboy with the Patty Pies, who had he was disrespecting in front of her and she didn't take up on. You've seen her make comments about HIV and other stuff. Like, you've seen her be constantly negative. You see what she said about Lil Nas X. She's been like this. You thought you were not a regular punk, and she ate you up too. She treated you like you are a regular punk. You thought you were too good. You thought she'll never do me like that. If you didn't see everybody get disrespected and all this other stuff, you sat by and didn't say nothing, and now you want to say, oh, she was laying up with a married man. Don't even cut the bullshit. You've seen a lot of other messed up things happen and have done a lot of other messed up things. You now care about some marriage stuff? Please. If you known that she was doing that, you should have shut it down and left. You a grown man. How are you up here eating everybody else, telling everybody what they need to do with their lives? You got a story for everything, and yet you can't say, hey, I don't know if I'm messing with this. Let me go home. Let me tell you something about me and my friend. If I don't want to be there, I take my ass home. Period. My friends will tell you in a minute. I don't care if I did not drive or not. I am 38 years old. You are 42. Tamar is damn near 50. Y'all are too old to be online going back and forth at each other. Either have a private conversation or shut the up. Shut up. Tamar didn't have to say nothing in that interview. The moment you knew you was going to be asked the questions about the missing cartoon teeth. You knew you was going to be asked about that. You should have just said, hey, I'm still trying to process what happened to me. I'm not really comfortable talking about right now, but later, something you could have gave that. You've been in the industry too long. You know, whatever you say is going to be carried on. Now, going back, Daniva, you inserted yourself into this drama. You inserted yourself with the drama. Tamar posted on social media. This is what she does. She posted, I woke up in a pool of blood. I'm not sure what happened. Daniva said, oh, people were starting to say that I had something to do with it. They was speculating. Neither one of y'all are that important for folks to be talking about for a week. You have weathered worse storms. You could have just sat that one out. You got your ass on Instagram. I don't know what happened to that lady. You turned back into Funky Daniva Ross, and you supposed to be moving on to Quentin. But you was messy as hell. You got on Instagram. I don't know what happened to that lady. Your friend just said that, hey, I just woke up. I don't know anybody that I like, keyword and emphasis on like, that I will respond and get on social media and say, I don't know what happened to my friend. I wouldn't do that to anybody that I like, but you don't like Tamar. Because honestly, you don't like a lot of people who don't serve you. That's the real tea, because I thought the same thing. You don't like Tamar Braxton. Instead of just not hanging out with her because you don't like her, you wanted to be around her. You wanted to be there. She did you wrong, talking about I threw a birthday party. That birthday party was not about you. But you do people like that too, Q. You do people like that. You do that same shit. I'll go back 2016, where, and this is a personal experience, I invited you to an event that I had that I really me and Adrian did. I was really excited about it. I invited you. I wanted you to be a part of it. You did not show up. You did not show up. And when people ask you why you didn't, you said, oh, girl, I didn't want to take away from your little event. And trust me, I have moved on from that. Like, I've been able to see the light. But you are that same person. While you calling Tamar out, you've been guilty of the same thing. Like, both of y'all deserve each other. Both of y'all have done nasty things. Instead of saying, hey, girl, you know what? I overslept. I didn't come to your event. My bad. You know, my bad. I should have showed up. But you are not a genuine person like that. And if you did not like me or didn't want to take away from my event, then you should have just communicated that to me. You should have just communicated. I'm a young Black trying to be where you are at. You should have communicated, hey, Justin, I don't know if I need to come to this because I don't want, and I would have said, hey, girl, it's not about you. I want you to get the attention because I look up to you, but you never did do that. You never did do that. So Tamar walking in and saying, this is your birthday party, that was not your birthday party. And you look insignificant walking behind her. You look like a little puppy, if I'm being completely honest. You look like a little sad puppy walking in nervous as hell. And this is your birthday. Ain't no way in the hell I'll be 40 years old letting somebody do me like that. Ain't no way in the hell I'll be 40 years old walking around looking lost and speaking bug-eyed and shit. She getting all the attention at your shit. You should have just said, hey, I ain't feeling this. You can't speak up for yourself? You can't speak up for yourself and say, hey, I'm not feeling that. I ain't feeling this. This don't feel like this is for me. And if that was the issue, you should have waited till y'all had a private conversation and talked about that. But you didn't do that. So you took that energy out on her. I don't know what happened to that lady. That's what you said. So people started to speculate that maybe you had something to do with it, or maybe you feel guilty. I think you feel guilty not because you did anything inappropriate. I think you feel guilty given the conversation around you and your drug usage and how you and your own insecurities around that have made you feel like people were trying to say that you had something to do with it. That's what's going on. I feel like since we diagnosing folks, I feel like your own insecurities and the conversations around all of that made you feel like people trying to say that you did it. I don't think you did anything to Tamar Braxton. I don't think you had anything to do with it. I think both of y'all get drunk and like to party and all the other stuff. I think that's what's going on. But like, I think that's what the true tea is. Like, I feel like Tamar probably had a drunken wild night, and then Doniva is trying to say that you did that. You saw her walk in with Mendices and the other person. Like that might have happened. Like, you saw her with Mendices and a friend, and even if they did even if you did see that or whatever, that's their business. Like, I don't know, like, that's their business. I'm seeing some of the comments. Oh, let me tell y'all, the girls are saying I'm not over it. Trust me. I am beyond over it. Like, beyond over it. I think if anything, I'm just like confused of why everyone else is confused. Let me say this, because I'm glad that y'all are. Justin is good. Justin is very, very good. I have been good for a minute. I've been able to accomplish a lot in the last couple of years. And not too many people can say that they put me in this position. Like, I have had a lot of community show up for me, but I have bust my ass to get where I'm at. Like, I am very happy where I'm at. And I'm not jealous of anybody. I'm very thankful for where I am at in my career. Like, to be doing this 10 plus years, like, I'm very thankful for that. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest about the situation. Like, like, girl, it is what it is. Yeah, you can tell some of these people I knew here, and I'm not finna, like, y'all can go over there to that mess, but trust me, Justin is good. I don't want anything. I don't want that type of lifestyle. I don't want to be known as the blogger. I don't want to be arguing with Tamar and other folks online. Like, I'm beyond that. Like, I'm 38 years old. I want to be called to speak at universities and colleges. I want to be giving talks about how we can work on HIV like stigma. Like those are the things I want to be a part of. Things that I never thought about. Like I wanted to be a blogger back in 2012, 2013. I don't want to do that. Like I don't, that's not my lifestyle. I just don't want to be a part. I don't want to be a Tasha K. I don't want to deal with any type of any of that. Like I'm very happy where I'm at. I'm happy when folks reach out to me and say, hey, we want you to speak at this AIDS Day event next year or something. Like those are the type of emails I like. Like I don't want to be talking about messy drama. Like I don't even review TV shows like that no more. Like I'm not saying that people are less than because they do it, but it's not something I want to do. I don't want to be known as the celebrity gossip and stuff. I want to be able to break down things on a more social level. Like I want to talk about how patriarchy shows up. I don't want to be talking about why such and such is smashing and she cheated. I want to talk about why she cheated. I want to add some context to why she is cheating, why Kandi and Todd are experiencing what they're experiencing, why sometimes open relationships, when there are no ethics involved, don't work well. That's the type of stuff I want to talk about, like the psychological stuff, like the sociology stuff. That's what I want to get into, which is why I'm interested in going back to school to learn these things. I don't want to be known as the messy blogger. Like I did at one point, but I've grown up. Like I'm a fucking homeowner. No shade. Like I got other things to be worried about. Like, yeah, but it's like I understand like people's vitriol against and hate or disgust with Tamar Braxton. Trust me, I've said some things about Tamar Braxton I'm not too proud of. Tamar Braxton has been like this for years, and we've been seeing Tamar Braxton do people wrong over the years. She was mad at the Scorpion show for interviewing K. Michelle some years back. She was pissed off about that. Mind you, Kevin and Mikhail tried to have a conversation, say, hey, this is what we do for a living. Like, this is what we do. So I don't know what you want us to do. So to be mad at them, like, it's crazy. Like, what did you expect? Like, this is what they do for a living. But yeah, like I think if I'm being honest, I think that he felt insecure about how it was being positioned, because the moment folks started to talk about it and people were speculating and saying whatever, you didn't have to say anything. You could have just ignored it. I would have just ignored it. I've learned that ignoring stuff actually helps a lot. Like, no, I wouldn't consider to be elitist. It's just I am a homeowner, and it does, like, I have other things to worry about. Like, I'm actually trying to fix something in my house right now. Like, I am on the quote unquote adult stuff, and being a homeowner is stressful. It is stressful, but we all have to have housing. Like, we all have to have housing, no matter if it's an apartment or whatever. But like, if it was an apartment, I'll be saying, girl, my lease about to be up. They finna go up on my stuff $200. The same thing. It's just more stress. But I get how it could sound a little bit elitist, but I did not mean it in that type of way. But if both of them were real friends, they wouldn't have jumped to the internet to discuss this. It would have had to be nuclear for me to address it. And I just don't feel like, looking from the outside, it didn't seem like it was nuclear to the point of it needed to be addressed. The tea that was coming out was just like, okay, girl, like, you was already hinting towards it. You should have just went ahead and said it. Like, because it doesn't seem as though you care to protect her at this point. Like, wasn't nobody going to be talking about this 2-3 days from now after what's the name was made. I think it got worse when he came and said what he said on Instagram, and people started to talk. Like, let's be completely honest. If you go on a neighborhood talk right now, that shit probably is the third thing on the third row down. Like, we live in a very, what's the name? Like, a very fast pace, all this stuff. Like, we would not be talking about that 2-3 days from now. Yeah, like, and I just don't think that the excuse of her kissing on Mendices, he's not married, if I'm not being honest. But Tamar, you also are damn near 50 years old. I'm sure you've seen and heard enough stuff to be like, hey, I'm not sure if I need to be hanging around here. But you enjoy that. But you've never had a messy punk have this type of like social capital before who's came for you. I think that's another gag, is that she has treated them like shit in the past, but none of them have ever had the type of social capital that Dineva has to be able to keep her name in the conversation like that. I think that bothered her as well. Like, you should be talking about your album, and to be having this press release or whatever from your lawyers made absolutely no sense, because having your lawyers write up a statement and post it on social, it just didn't make any sense. Like, I don't know what the difference of having your lawyers post it versus you did, because if you're not going to follow through with the threat of legal, why are we doing it? Because now he has responded saying, girl, we both got lawyers, and the lawyers that don't mess with you inboxing me. So he's talking mess now. So now you're going to file some what's name. Y'all ain't got the type of social, like y'all don't have the type of capital to be able to go through a full situation. Tamar does not have that. She don't have no $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to be paying legal representation for this. Like, it's just not. Yeah, I think Tamar has definitely wasted a lot of her time with this mess. I think she just needs to move on. Like, if you're truly over this whole situation, then just move on from it. Like, I wouldn't be talking about it anymore. Like, I wouldn't even bring it up. The moment the question was even asked, I wouldn't even bring it up. But it's just, yeah, I don't get it. Girl, the folks would stand with Tory Lanez if they could. So, I mean, this means absolutely nothing to me. Like, I don't take 1,600 people in this chat as all fans of me. I do not. I promise you. I know from what I have seen and what I am seeing and the things that are like being talked about, I know where I stand at. Like, some of these folks, they will stand with some of the most stupidest shit. Yeah, I think once Tamar said what she said, I just don't think it was that strong of a story for Tamar to be for. I don't think Tamar should have addressed it. I think she could have just told the story like, hey, I don't know what happened after that night. I think her adding that extra shady stuff was just unnecessary. And now she's kind of like, oh, I want to stay. If you want to stay away from it, you would have not said anything. Oh, Tamar was on Iyanla. I forgot. I forgot that. Shh. Say one more word. And I got you. I forgot that actually happened. Yeah, I think and hearing some of the stuff that's been talked about private, I think Tamar likes being the center of attention. Like, I've heard stories of Tamar being out with folks and just, even when the story is about her, but somebody else is performing or something, she still has to be the center of attention. Like, to have somebody's birthday and show up to say, I'm going to a birthday event for my friend. And then the moment that came out with Tamar or whatever on the cue card or whatever the hell that was, I would say, go get my friend. This ain't about me tonight, but she can't help it. And how are you walking in front of somebody and it's their birthday? That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. If that was like, it's my friend's birthday and I'm walking in front of him, like, etiquette? Where are we at? Like, it's making no sense. It's making no sense. Whereas I don't think Mama Evelyn has a control on this situation at all, child. No one in the industry took up for Tamar. I think there's not enough social capital that comes from like taking up from Tamar. For what? You do better just being quiet. Like, I stand with Tamar. That does look. I want you to listen to how that sounds. I stand with Tamar. like I stand with Tamar. When has Tamar ever stood for anything that was like, okay, I'm right, Tamar, I'm right, I'm with you, right? So it's like, even in this situation, let's say that she may be a little right, she doesn't have enough social capital to be able to make up for it. Like, she's always in drama. She's always in it. Like, she doesn't have enough, which is why I think she should just shut up. No one takes her serious. No one takes her serious. I don't think she's friends. I don't think they were never friends to begin with. I think they were just two people that enjoy going to the same places at the same time. I don't think they were ever friends to begin with. And I think they've been waiting for a moment to air each other out. I think they've both been waiting for a moment to air each other out. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tamar was out here bad mouthing, saying some shit. But I think Tamar has a little bit common sense that if she got online arguing, she's going to look like the old Tamar. If she got online saying and doing lives, and she's not going to do that. She can't do that. She can't. You have more reason to stand for Amanda Seals than Tamar. I'm screaming. I am screaming. Yeah, she is truly insufferable. Like, I'll say that. There's a video of Beyonce running from Brandy. Y'all gonna leave my faith alone. I'm about to talk about all of that in my King of Reeds video, but not in this video. I don't know about that. I'm gonna take a look at some of y'all comments and stuff. I am still screaming off of folks truly believing that I have not moved on. Like, hello? Like, girl, if that's the narrative y'all want to run with, I have not thought about. I think the hardest relationship that I have ever had to mourn, if I'm being completely honest, is my relationship with Adrian. That is the hardest one I had to. And I have no problem being honest about that. That took some years to get over. So if there is any relationship that ever hurt me to my core, that had me like, that was my relationship with Adrian. Like, that was my ride or die. So like, that situation like took me a while to get over. So for folks to believe that situation, because I kind of learned early on that this person was not me. And my friend, who is my assistant, who built my website, shout out to her. I'll never forget this. We were at a coffee shop some years ago, and I needed a plug-in for my website to allow comments on my website or something. This was back when I was doing, I think, even Justin J1232 or whatever.com or kingarees.com. And we used to go both to the coffee shop and used to blog. And I asked him, I said, hey, what plugin do you use to allow comments on your website? And he would not tell me. He would not tell me. And my friend was asking, yeah, I want to find out which one will allow it. And he would not tell me. And I'm embarrassed because I'm talking to my friend. He's like, oh, girl, he just can't give you a name real quick. All I got to do is type it in the search, and he would not tell me. He would not tell me. And the way he did, I said, oh, he don't really see it for me like that. He don't see it for me like that. And that's when I started to like mourn that. And there were some other things that happened. I was like, oh, Like I was a witness of some stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this is not giving. So I actually cut him off, if we're being honest. It wasn't a situation. I stopped talking to him. I just thought like the stuff that he was doing, he just was not a friend. And I think shortly after, that's when he moved to Florida. So yeah, like I am not standing next to somebody who is going to call a black child ugly. I'm not standing next to somebody who's saying that black women are complaining about things. I want y'all to listen to yourselves. You're talking about someone who said Blue Ivy was ugly at a event. I want you to listen. What do Justin have to mourn behind somebody who said Blue Ivy was ugly? I want you to look that up. I want you to look up the things he has said about black women and black children, and then come back to me. Like, there is no campaign of me telling y'all not to watch him. There is no campaign. Anti-blackness is here. Period. Misogyny is here. Misogynoir is here. I'm not campaigning for that, but I don't want to be next to nobody who's saying stuff like that. I've cut people off for less. Like, to do multiple videos about black women not experiencing like misogyny, like black women making things up. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't give a damn if he did apologize. You have a history of saying these things. Like, you said it about a black child, like it was anti-blackness. That's what it was. It was misogyny to talk about a black child like that. And he did not apologize. He did not. That was not an apology. You still be apologizing for it. Like, and it's funny because when he does say things about like black women, they run over to my channel. Have you seen this? Are you gonna talk about this? Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Like, what else do you want? Like, girl, what? I don't like the stuff he said about Chloe. Like, it's just, hello? If y'all stand, that's fine. I promise you it's okay. Now I got frozen. Now my line got suspended. Now Tamar and Don got a hold to my shit. They said, girl, you talking too much mess, girl. They said, girl, you talking too much mess. Yeah. Yeah. My line was definitely suspended. I think, and it's no shade. And it's no shade. But there are a lot of black women who hate black women too. It's a lot of black women who hate black women too. There's a lot of black women who still listen to R. Kelly. No shade. There's a lot of black women who still listen to R. Kelly. So there's a lot of black women who still listen to Chris Brown. So, so best season ever. Like, but it's enough of them who are against that I want to represent, that y'all are not wrong for it. Like, yeah, period. Internalized misogyny is definitely a thing. And they have no issues laughing at someone talking about poor black women, because again, he ain't talking about me because I'm not that type of black woman. He ain't talking about me because I'm not that type of black woman. Like, there's a word for that. It's a phrase called pick me. Like, he ain't talking about me because my stuff stay clean. Girl, he's saying that all women cooch stink. And he's talking about the black women, specifically the dark-skinned black women. Well, I ain't that black. I ain't that dark skin. So I'm caramel. So he ain't talking about me. Great. You're black. Okay. You're black. You're black. Like, what? So I promise you, Justin is not pressed about that. Period. Come on, pick Misha. So yeah, I'm still looking at the camera like the camera is still on, child. Let me get my life together. Let me flip her around and flip her in reverse, it. Yeah, so I want people to truly understand that this is the happiest I have ever been in my life. as far as my career. There's not a day that I am not thankful for the things that I have been able to do over the last couple of years. And that's shout out to all the people who support me and watch me. I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the folks who are in my community to hold me accountable and people who call me out on something. Even in the conversation recently as the homeowner thing, like even that, like I don't mind being called in, and you're not going to make me feel bad for standards. Like the fact that I don't mind apologizing for things that I have said. I have no problem saying that. But you ain't never in your life gonna ever hear me say something about a black girl being ugly because of her hair texture. That's just not something you will ever hear me say. It's just not something you will ever hear me say. And if I said something like that, I would be apologizing for it for the next 10 years. Period. Like, and the fact that folks are out here saying, well, he apologized for it. Hello? Well, he apologized for calling a black baby ugly. Hello? Like, what is going on? Hello? Like, I want you to read this shit back out to you. He apologized for calling a black child who was who online was dealing with all types of vitriol about their hair. About their hair. And again, like about their hair. Hello? like girl, I don't know. What else do you want? Like, thank you. The best apology is change behavior. But when you keep referring to like certain things like that, it like you sound like a conservative. Like it just is what it is. Girl, somebody said it's his opinion talking about anti-blackness. Oh my God. Yeah, my accent did come out. What happened to your accent, Buckwild? I love my city. I love Memphis, even though they stole my car. Even though y'all stole my car. Y'all stole my car. Snatched my car right off of Poplar. I was at the Marriott on Poplar Street, and they snatched my car right on down. I was hurt about that. But period. They snatched my stuff right in Memphis, Tennessee, and I ain't drove my car back there since. Girl, y'all won't. Well, I ain't gonna say the other thing, but girl, I know where to take my car if I need to get rid of it. Period. The Charger, yeah, girl, they snatched the Charger. Snatched that. I had a good holiday though. I have a couple of things on my Kingeries video that I'm going to talk about. I can scratch this off since we talked about it. And I hate I spent so much time talking about this. I really don't be wanting to, but I was like, girl, I'm gonna give a rant about it because this is the truth. Like I was telling my friend, Ron about it. I was like, he thought he wasn't a messy punk, and Tamar treated him like one. Like, and what did he say? I'm not one of them other folks that you're gonna discard. Exactly. 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 Thank you all for this. First of all, let me thank you to LS Faye for the donation, and thank you to Gita. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really. Now, y'all, you know, we listen, because the Breakfast Club was like my top 2 or 3 YouTube channels I've watched on my YouTube recap, but I mainly watched the Breakfast Club to get information. Like, I watched them just to say, okay, girl, this is the story. Lauren LaRosa will be breaking stuff down for me to be, okay, girl, so this is what's going on. Let me take notes. So that's what I had. We all have our problematic phase we watch. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but we got to be honest. We got to be honest. We got to be honest about it. Like, period. I love this Bob Chinky. I like it. The struggle play video, I don't know if I'm going to do them. I don't know. Is it too late for me to do them? I feel like it's not too late because y'all is hungry for them. Y'all is hungry for these struggle play videos. I might still do one. But yeah, this is my first video. This week kind of wore me out because I've been trying to get some other stuff together. Like, oh my gosh, like something I'm dealing with. I want it to be fixed so bad. The person was supposed to come fix something in my house, and I couldn't have it done because he didn't have the ladder that he needed. And we need a 50-foot ladder to reach the top of my roof. I'm like, girl, what? So yeah. And it's been just stressing me out. I actually had a nightmare about it the other day. I had a nightmare. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's stressing me out. Like if I'm not stressed out about having stable housing, I'm being stressed out about my housing like being upkept. Like it's just capitalism. Like I was telling my neighbor, this is American capitalism. We just gotta love it. But girl, I had a nightmare. Oh my gosh, like that's how bad. And I've not been able to sleep the last couple of days because but yes. I'm on the internet too much. Actually, I really haven't been on the internet that much the last couple of days. Oh, girl, they is not gonna talk about that. Money, they is not gonna talk about. It's too close to home. It's too close to home, and they're not gonna be able to be honest about it. I think they like both of them, and they don't want to get in the middle of it. Well, thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. I think, again, I don't think that Doniva Q is wrong to call Tamar out. I think some of the things that he said definitely about Tamar's behavior is real. Like Tamar has been messed up. Like this is not the first time we've heard Tamar being called out for these things. Her own family members have said it. Like this, it's not surprising. Like somebody needs to be honest with her. But in the same way, people have said that about Doniva as well. Like that's what I'm saying. They're two sides of the same coin. Both of them have done some things that are very questionable as far as friendships. Like I don't know. You have to be very careful with certain things. Thank you, Makai. I think that's your name. Appreciate it. Yeah, Georgia weather has been very rainy and cold, and it's been making everybody depressed. And I want to go suck on some broth. I'm gonna have to go give me some ramen or go. I think about making some zuppa toscana tonight. Yeah. I think that's something you also have to recognize is that Doniva is still a man at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be disrespecting women. I just think some of the comments he says about women need to be called in from what place is it coming from. I'm not this, oh, you're a man, you can't speak on no woman. You can't speak on no woman. I'm not coming from that patriarchal lens. I'm coming from like, what is this man saying about a woman? Like, what is he saying? Like, that's the things I'm interested in. Yeah, I think they've always excused because she was the baby of the family. I don't think he wants to be the B. I don't think he wants to be that at all. I think he wants to be far away from it as possible. Tamar's so lame just because he's a man doesn't mean he's exempt from reading her. Yeah, I think he definitely can go in and eat Tamar up, but like, what is he saying about her? Like, is he calling her B and all the other stuff? I'm not like, you can talk about, you can call her out without saying certain things. I am not here to diagnose Tamar on no medical thing. I am not a medical professional, and even if I was, I would not pull no Dr. Jackie and be walking up and saying, hey, you got thyroid issues. I wouldn't be saying any of that. But I think that she might need to go see some folks. I think everybody should, especially how erratic she has acted and how she always wants to be the center of attention. But I think Tamar has to be willing to do that, because if you're not willing to sit down and actually get to the bottom of it, you can show up to therapy and all the other stuff, but they ain't gonna be able to do nothing for you unless you want to do the work. Like, you got to be willing to do the work. Yeah, Dr. Jackie was dead wrong for that, and then blaming it on menopause. I'm finna eat her up in this video too. Out of control. Thank you. You can call her out without the critiques being a misogynist. Exactly. Period. That is all of my thoughts. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to cut it here, and I got to work on my King of Reads video and get that out for you all today. And I will see y'all tomorrow for my live stream tomorrow. Yeah, Jackie is very fat, folks. I'm gonna eat her up in this video. Period. I'm gonna eat Jackie up without being all the things. I'm gonna call her out. Period. That's what we do over here. But that's all I got. I'll see y'all later. Bye, bookies.